I'm Kosta from Car Focus, helping you decide what car to buy next. Today we've got the Amarok from VW. We do cover quite a lot in these videos, so if there's anything specific that you want to see, don't forget to use the chapters in the description below. The Amarok comes in 5 different trim levels, and inside those 5 different trim levels you also have engine and gearbox options, bringing the total versions of the car that are available for you to buy up to 8. They also come in 8 different colors, and the one that we have here today is clear white. The 5 different trim types that the Amarok comes in is the Core, the Life, the Style, which is the one we have here today, the Americana, and the Adventura. The Adventura is the only one that comes in a petrol version. All of the other 4 trim levels come only in diesel versions, and in the diesel versions you have 2 different 2-litre versions, so a 2-litre single turbo, a 2-litre bi-turbo, and then you get the 3-litre V6, all of those in the diesel versions. Looking at the front styling of the vehicle, the first thing that jumps out are these 2 lines that run across the front of the grille. They've both been chromed out and they look really smart. You do get the LED dynamic headlights in the style. They're also adaptive. All the versions of the Amarok come with the LED daytime running lights. You got the fog lights just underneath there. You got your front park sensors. You got your radar cruise control, as Amarok is fitted with smart cruise control, speed sign recognition, and pedestrian and cyclist avoidance. You've also got the 360-degree view camera that's built neatly into the VW badge on the front here. You get a little bit more of a brushed chrome look finish on this front part of the bumper that ties in with those. It would be more prominent in a different color, but even on the white one here, it does look really classy and blends in nicely. You've also got 2 recovery points in the front just underneath the bumper. All right, looking underneath the bonnet, the one that we have here today is the Style with the 3-litre V6 engine, producing 184 kilowatts and 600 newton meters of torque. The other engine options that you get is the 2-litre 4-cylinder single turbo diesel engine with 125 kilowatts, and you also get a 2-litre 4-cylinder bi-turbo diesel engine with 154. Amarok also features one petrol engine, which is the 2.3-litre 4-cylinder TSI engine, which produces 222 kilowatts. That engine is only available in the top of the range Adventura. Looking at the side of the vehicle, you've got these wheel arches. They're nice and thin, and they've also got this small indentation at the top there just to complete that styling and break that monotonous sweep of the arch. On the Style that we have here today, you do get an 18-inch alloy wheel with a dual color finish, so the silver and black finish. You got chrome on the mirrors here, as well as your indicators and your 360-degree view cameras. You got the side step, the door handles with proximity sensors and smart key for keyless entry. You also get this chrome finish just between the door and the windows, which ties in nicely with the handles and the sports bar, so just giving you that hint of silver splash all the way through the side of the car, as well as a small silver trim finish on the side step. The same wheel arches with a little flick and the black finish, which also ties in with the trim finish along the top of the tub, matching up together. Looking at the back of the vehicle, you do have LED rear tail lights. You get the V6 badge over there. You get the embossed Amarok running through the back of the tailgate, the VW sign with the camera, reverse camera, integrated into that badge right there. You've got your third high-mounted stoplight that's been moved to the back of the tailgate, not at the top of the cab, so that if you are loading things up, this light remains visible to traffic behind you. Looking inside here, you get a drop-in bed liner, which is standard on the Style that we have here today, and you also get tie-down points along with 2 different tub lamps, one on the left and one on the right. You've also got a 12-volt power socket that sits in the back there. Spring-loaded tailgates for easy lifting, making it effortless to lift and close. The Amarok Style comes standard with the tow bar. The electric brake controller is an optional extra that you can option in. It is rated for 3.5 tons and 350 kilograms on the ball. It also has a 6-sensor park system to assist you, and the reflectors are mounted just there. Spare wheel is also got its own lock release section just over there. In the back of the vehicle, you've got a decent amount of space here. You got your door handles, door release handles integrated into the grab handle. You do get your rear air vents from the Style upwards, which are directional. You got these seat map pockets beyond the driver and the passenger side. You've got a 12-volt power point, 3-point seat belts, and your center armrest. 2 cup holders in the center armrest. You get this interior leather velour finish. It does have white accented stitching through the rear seats and through the velour as well. In addition to the seat map pockets, you also get these little storage compartments just at the top here, 1 and 2. Put a smartphone in there, an iPad, keys, The car also comes with carpet mats, which are branded with the Amarok logo. You also get these little storage compartments just there, these little pockets on the front of the seat here. And once you lift this up, you've got little storage spaces, one small one there, and another slightly bigger one here that's got the tools, the jack, and all the other tools that you'd need. Looking at the center console, it's pretty dominant, encompasses all the space between the two front seats, like is traditional in modern cars. It is swept back and down really nicely here to maximize the space and give you the most amount of leg room, and wraps around that way, incorporating the one glove box at the bottom and then a slightly smaller but more accessible glove box at the top that's also angled down so that things don't roll around too much when you're braking and accelerating. You got the soft touch finish on the dash here. It is a soft dove grey with white stitching. It looks really, really smart. I'm not sure how well it reflects light on a really sunny day, but it certainly looks good. The velour finish over here it continues onto the front seats with another splash of dove grey here to tie in the finishes across from the dash to the seats to the front doors. You also get this wood grain finish along this glove box, and that continues onto the doors as well, just to marry the two in together. Your air vents are positioned on either side of the digital display and one on the end there, and they all have this chrome finish wrapping around them. You get electric seats on the driver's side and manual adjustable seats on the passenger side. Door handle incorporated into the grab handle, your electric window switch, electric mirrors with fold back function, also heated on the style that we have here. Your central locking buttons just at the top there. Moving across here, you got your rear stat switch to brighten and dim the dash display. You got your headlight controller sitting just there, and your front and rear fog light controller just there. You've also got your max demister as well as your rear tub lights that can be switched on and off from here. So your steering wheel from left to right, you've got your volume controller there. You've got your distance setting for your smart cruise control. You've got your speed limiter, your lane departure or lane keep assist systems, your on-off switch for your smart cruise control, and your resume button. On this side, you got your track selector, and then you got your trip computer settings up and down and to flip through all the different menus, and you also got your voice command button just there. Leather steering wheel, high quality finish, nice touch and feel. So it's got a full digital cluster, 10-inch digital cluster over here with traditional settings, so rev counter on the left, a speedometer on the right, and your trip computer settings in the middle, as well as all the other information's digitally displayed in the center between the two dials. So you've got an off-road status button, which tells you which wheels are being driven and what angle your car is standing in at the moment. You got your towing status, so if you did have a trailer hitched up, the towing status would let you know what's happening. It also has trailer sway mitigation technology that reduces the risk of trailer sway. Your oil life monitor, your settings just there, and your navigation settings. So you can actually control your navigator from here. You can tell it to take you to your home, preset, any other preset, previous destinations, favorites, points of interest. You can access them all from here, so you don't have to work out the big digital center display if you're on the go and you want to navigate quickly. You've also got your phone that you can pair and select from here, as well as your audio, which allows you to flick through your different audio settings and selections, and then back to your trip computer. Normal driving mode, it puts it in 4A in the normal driving mode. If we switch it to Eco, it shifts over to 2 high. If you put it in tow mode, puts it into 4 automatic again. Move it over to slippery, it stays in 4 auto. If you put it to mud, it goes into 4 high and engages the differential and switches off the electronic stability control. And in deep snow mode, also puts it in 4 high, differential locked, and electronic stability control off. So it's important to note not to drive it in the snow mode or mud mode on a sealed surface, because you would not want that rear differential engaged on a sealed surface. Moving from the 12.3-inch instrument cluster to the 12-inch center display, it is mounted in a portrait position, and you've got your main menus here, your vehicle, your radio, your phone, your navigation, media. It also comes with wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. Once you engage the climate button, you've got your rear demister, aircon max, aircon. You can also set your fan speeds, as well as your different position for airflow inside the cabin. You can also control your dual zone, your air recirculation, and your auto button. Next to the climate button, you got your heated seat buttons. You just touch them and you can activate your 3 different settings with the 3 little lights, so 3 being max, 2, 1, and back to off. You can also switch off the AC for driver and passenger on this side. So if we go to dual zone, you can then click on these buttons and each person sets their own temperature just here. It is all touchscreen, and you can switch it off just there. So the entire climate system is touchscreen. There don't seem to be any mechanical buttons. So it would probably be really important to get all those settings right before you start driving. Although I do find this touchscreen incredibly responsive to the touch. So it's a very good quality touchscreen. Once you shift it into reverse, you also get your 360-degree view cameras. At the moment, the top is set to a rear view and the bottom is set to a 360-degree view. You can also switch your park sensors on and off here. And if you hit the plus button there, you can get a down view onto the back of your vehicle. So if you're hitching a trailer, you'd want to get that angle where it's looking directly down. It also has this dotted line that guides you where you can line up your tow ball to whatever it is that you're trying to hitch.
What about this?
Over here you got different view modes, so your 360-degree, or you can go to your sensor system. You can also change your rear view to give you this 3-piece view of the back of the vehicle. Again, it's probably more for hitching trailers so that you get a more narrow angle onto what's going on behind you. And then your down view again for the rear camera.
Cool.
I think we've covered that. Alright, so on this side you've got your mode button. As soon as you select that button, it allows you to access your different drive modes. This is your driver assist button. This brings up as a short menu the auto start stop and the auto hold, but it also has additional settings for driver assist, which gets more in depth with all the different systems, the cruise controls, speed limiters, lane keep assist, etc. All the different driver aid systems can be accessed from there. This button flicks through your menus, so your climate menu and your navigation menu. It would be the 2 main menus that you would use while driving, so it becomes a nice easy button that flicks between those 2 main menus. This button is your auto park. So this button, the style is actually equipped with an auto park functionality and allows you to navigate to parking, but also allows you to activate park assist, which will parallel park the car for you. This is your volume controller over here for the radio, as well as your power switch, and at the end there is your hazard warning lights. Moving just below that, this car is fitted with an optional brake controller that you can option in, and that brake controller sits just there, and you can also set it over here with the 2 buttons, but you can also manually activate it with that switch. Just below that you got a USB-C and a USB-A charge point, along with a 12-volt power point just next to it there. You've also got this non-slip material angled for your smartphone with wireless charging. Moving to the center here, you got a centrally positioned e-shifter. This is an electronic e-shifter. It does have a button in the front here that you can press, which allows you to then shift into reverse. You don't need it to shift into park, but you do need it to shift into drive, and from drive back into reverse. On this side it's also got the manual button, so if you click that, so if you're in drive, they can actually manually flick through the gears. That's what these buttons here on the side do. This is your controller for your 4-wheel drive or 4-motion system, so you can flick it from 2 high to 4 auto to 4 high or 4 low. 4 high to 4 low takes the longest because it's actually engaging the differential as well. You got your electric park brake just there, and below that you got your electronic stability control, where you can switch that on and off, your hill descent assist, and also a manual button to activate your rear differential. Just behind that you got your 2 cup holders with a nice groove cut in between them so that you can store larger items and make a clever use of that space. Your center armrest with a high quality finish, and the same white stitching that we see through the rest of the car continues on here to tie it all together nicely. Underneath here you've got your center console with a big storage space inside. Just getting a feel for the car. The indicators are on the left hand side, so that's something to get used to. Normally I'm used to them being on the right. It's got a really nice feel and a finish to the steering wheel. Steering wheels are really important because that's the part of the car you're always interacting with, and this one definitely doesn't disappoint. Nice big clusters there, you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to activate the smart cruise, get a feel for it, set it, nice and easy. So it tells me that I'm set at 34 kilometers an hour. Very smooth, very responsive drive. So the first thing that jumps out of me driving the Amarok, it definitely has a luxury sedan feel to it, so you don't feel like you're driving a ute. This would be a car that you could very comfortably drive around with every day and commute to work and not feel like you're driving a commercial vehicle at all. Where does the Amarok sit in the market? I would definitely say it's at the premium end of the utility or not sports utility, or the utility vehicles here in Australia, or pickups. If you want to watch our comparative video of the Ford Ranger Sport, which is as close as I could get a like-for-like competitor to the Amarok Style, click on the video above and have a look at that. For those of you who tuned in to find out what my favorite feature is about the Amarok Style, it's definitely the interior. From this dove grey finish on the front dasher with the white stitching, the wood grain finish, that very clever little glove box that sits on top of the main glove box, the leather and velour seats that have been mixed in together are both comfortable and very aesthetically pleasing, and the steering wheel, the tactile feel of the steering wheel, and something that you can be touching all the time while you're driving. I absolutely love it. I love being in the cabin of this car. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. If there's any other vehicle that you'd like us to do a walkthrough on, leave that in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Your subscriptions are really important to us. Thank you for watching.